Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Yahba Hashem Yahshua to the brothers. Shalom. Shemar Atham Bashim Yahshua to the sisters. Let's clap it up for the Lashawan Qadash class. Clap it up for the Lord. Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Abba Shah. Danisha Jones, shalom. Danisha Jones, shalom. Justin the Pink, always in the house. Justin the Pink, always in the house. Shalom. Give me a 1 if you can hear me. All right. Testing, 1, 2. All right. Good. All right. All right, we're about to get the Lashawan Qadash class about to start. So you know how we always start with the Hebrew alphabet. Okay. The ancient Hebrew alphabet that was stolen from us by our oppressor. You know, so right now we're coming back to our language. So right now we're going to start, you know what I'm saying? We're going to start from the beginning. So the brothers and sisters get used to writing the alphabet. You already know it go from right to left. And we're gonna start with the ancient Hebrew. The ancient Hebrew. Yeah. It's hot. Okay. We'll make it a little bit bigger so you'll be able to see it.
So the dot doesn't go all the way down, right?
Come.
Yeah. Well, like halfway. All right, 11 and 11 first.
Come.
Go on the race on the teach one there, right? After you explain it.
Come. All right, I'm gonna give you a couple, about like 30 seconds so you can look at it. So before, you know what I'm saying, write it down. Right now, I'm gonna start giving you the sounds of the ancient. This is the ancient alphabet of the Israelites, of the 12 tribes of Israel. This is our ancient alphabet, the ancient Hebrew. All right. We're gonna get the sound. So we're gonna have A, Ba, Ga, Ta, Ha, Oh, yeah, Ha, Wa, Za, Kha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Ta. Go right there. Give me a 1 if you can see it clearly. Give me a 1 if you can see those letters clearly. Baba Shah. All right. Like I said, can you please give me a 1 if you can see the ancient Hebrew alphabet clearly, so you can write it down and copy it. The alphabet and the ancient characters, and also the sounds underneath.
Also like the video.
Also share and like the video. Share and like the video, or like or share the video. Please, Baba Shah.
No. Anything else you want to get before I think?
I do the same.
Yeah,
Come.
okay.
Right now, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Hazahab. Yeah, the boss, sir. You need water, anything like that?
Yeah, I might need a little water. Not right now. I'm good right now. Okay. What that pin up, Richard? Okay. So we have the board here, right? The ancient alphabet, as brothers I was bringing up, he was so right. You know what I mean? This was the ancient alphabet of the Israelites, meaning this was your language before slavery, right? So if you ever wondered about how Negroes and Latinos spoke before slavery, this was it. This was the language that belonged to you. Now, did we speak other language before slavery? Yes, but those were other people's languages, right? You spoke a couple other people's languages, Arabic being one of them, right? A lot of people in Trinidad, half of the Benjamites that landed in Trinidad was already worshiping Allah before they got there, speaking Arabic. Some of us spoke the other African tribes, and we was all in the same situation, meaning what? When we came in in slavery, all for them slave ships, none of us came from home, all right? When we came here from slavery, all them slave ships, none of us came from home. We was not taken from our homes to be brought over here. Whatever home we had over in Africa or Europe is just like the home you have over here, where these are not your homelands. All right, no problem, right? Good, right? So now we need a breakdown of what these figures are, where they came from. These are what they call pictographs, right? Our alphabets are what they call a pictograph, All right, let me get this pen this weekend.
Also, you have the red one on the top too.
The red one at the top. Okay. Pictograph. Right. Pictograph. Right. This is what our letters are. So because they are pictographs, you hear me refer to them sometimes as characters because characters represent something, right? Well, let me get a little more height on the camera here. Okay, just so we don't get none of that shine off the top of the board there. All right. Good. The sounds are a little small. Oh, the sounds. By the sounds, do you mean the stuff that is written underneath the writing? I'm trying to figure out what you mean when you say sounds. All right. Explain to me what you mean. Who was that? Chantel Love. All right. And big up the sisters too, man. The sisters support. Yeah, man. The sisters support the all the classes heavy, but in particular, you know what I mean, the sisters have proved very loyal to the Lashawan Qadash class. Maybe they want to talk together in Hebrew to the sisters, right? Okay, but of course, I'm a brother, I'm a man, right? So what I wanted to do today was after we get the breakdown of the alphabet, I wanted to know what would the sisters like to say to each other, right? Like what are things that the sisters would like to say to another sister? And I don't care if it's secret conversation, I don't care what it is, right? I want to know what would the sisters like to have that, like something that's regular. Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? You meet someone in English, you say, hey, hello, how are you doing? What's your name? Where do you come from? And my name is so and so. I come from so and so. You know what I mean? What is your work title? Your job position? In other words, in UPK, what is your rank? Well, that's for the brothers, right? That's not for the sisters, right? But what is your job title? You know what I mean? I want to conversations like that, but I want the sisters to write on the YouTube chat what they would like to have for something that they will say to all the sisters when they meet them. You go to the Passover, you meet a sister, right? And there's this one thing that you have to say to all the sisters as you greeted all the sisters. Of course, you got the Yahweh Shemar Tabah Shemar Shai, and then it'll be like, what's going on, sis? Right? You know what I mean? What's that?
There's a question here. We got Chantel Love.
Uh-huh.
She said, "How about everyday greetings?" So I guess on the slide. So that's what she said, like an everyday greeting.
Everyday greeting. Okay. Right. Everyday greeting. Okay, we got everyday greetings. We got the shalom. Shalom means peace or hello, right? But I wanted. She probably means like good morning and good night stuff. Okay, we'll do some of that. But I was focusing on conversation. We got the cookout coming up, the Chicago cookout coming up July 21st, right? I believe this is Sunday, right? We got class, Jim Hyman's class on the Thursday up in there in Chicago. We got the we got camp on Saturday in Chicago. We got the Bantu Festival on Saturday in Chicago, and then we got the ISUPK cookout on the Sunday in Chicago. The New York cookout is going on at the end of August. All right. Okay, so let me get the definition of a pictograph right quick. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Okay. Let me text my captain and camp leader, other one Khan, all right? Hold on. Pictograph, definition. Okay. A pictorial, and it says here, a pictorial symbol for a word or phrase. All right. Pictographs were used as the earliest known form of writing. Good night. What is Google talking about? They're talking about the Lashawan Qadash, your language. It's right here, right here. Yeah, right here. Okay, let me see if it's
still blurry.
still blurry.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me zoom out.
Still kind of blurry.
Still kind of blurry.
Yeah.
Let me turn it sideways for a second and see if it picks up. If it tries to force itself to pick it up.
Yeah, it didn't slip on.
Oh, slide here. Okay. Okay, let me flip it horizontal and see what happens here. Where's that thingy? Okay.
Okay, flipped.
Okay, is it clear?
Back it up a little bit because there's glare. Keep on going. A little bit. All right. Right there is pretty good. Back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Back up. Keep on backing up.
I'm trying to get the clarity more than
Come.
Oh,
there we go. Right there.
Right there. Good, right? Good. A pictorial symbol for a word or phrase. That's what pictograph is. Pictographs were used as the earliest known form of writing. The Lashawan Qadash is the earliest known form of writing because there was no writing before that. All right. Examples having been discovered in Egypt, because Egypt they also got pictographs where a snake is some animal, is some letter, and then they got an albatross, which is another letter, and then they got an eagle, which is another letter. Right? And Mesopotamia would have been the ones that they're talking about our language. That region they call Mesopotamia is where we lived and ran through and ran across, and our land was nearby it. So anybody who wanted to read and write, you know what I mean, they had to learn from us that reading and writing was a thing that existed. Back in these times when we was doing this, Africans was looking at writing like it was voodoo magic. I'm talking about recent years. There was a man called Shaka Zulu who existed about the 1600s, late 1500s, early 1600s, right? And Shaka Zulu, the white man came to him with writing. And he thought it was voodoo magic. He got scared. You see what I'm saying? He got scared, right? No problem. Writing was invented by the lineage of the Israelites. You see what I'm saying? The lineage. I got to say the lineage because, of course, writing was around for a long time. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Mesopotamia from before 300 BC, right? And you say from before 300 BC because before 300 BC was before Egypt was ever anything. All right? Right. There you go, right? Okay, so before 300 BC means it was before Egypt, right? Who was reading and writing before Egypt? The Hebrews, right? The Hebrews was reading and writing before Egypt, all right? Okay. Israelites became a nation, right? In Egypt. Okay. We went up into Egypt as 70 souls. We had our father and tribes and all that. We went up into Egypt 70 souls, a small family. You know what I mean? A family about a little smaller than the size of your average Judite family reunion. You know what I mean? We went into Egypt like that. And then we became all these different tribes that we don't even know where we came from no more. Just random Negro, random West Indian, random Haitian. Okay? So that's what a pictograph is. Okay? So let's go get for us, a pictorial symbol for a word. Now we want to say what the words are that these pictures are a representative for or a symbol for. All right? So the symbol for R is Allah. Right? Because the limited space we have here, I'm gonna say what they are. I'm not gonna write what they are. R is for Allah. Allah is a cow. I'm gonna see if I can get it afterwards, right? To say what they are, right? Ba is for Ba Yas. Right? Bayat is a tent, right? Ga is for Gamal, right? Gamal is a camel. This is a camel's hump, right? This is the cow's head with a horn, with two horns coming out the sides, right? This is the tent with the main part of the foundation going under the ground and hooking under the ground, right? We got the camel's hump, which is in the air. That's why it's written in the air, right? The camel's hump does not touch the ground; it stays up in the air. Okay. We got the da, right, for da, laf, right? Da laf, which is a door, right? A tent will be like this shape, and there will be a door in this shape because the tent is made out of leather, all right? And because leather, it opens and closes by you pulling apart the leather like a curtain to the side. And it's like a triangular opening. So our doors were triangular shaped. It's different than today where a door is a oblong shape or a upstanding rectangle shape today. But our doors and anything we saw was a door was like a curtain being pulled to the side and creating a triangular shape that you can walk through, right? The perfect shape for your head, which is, you know, the smallest part of your body at the top, and then your body going out to the bottom with all of your clothes and that, right? You perfect shape for a person to walk through, right? Which is triangular shape for a door, all right? Hana, right? Ha is for Hana, which means behold, it's a picture of a man doing this with his hand. Ta-da! Meaning behold, look. And then the magician will go to the side. All right? He's beholding something, look at something. Then we have Wawa. Wa is for Wawa, which is a fish's hook. It's a tongue, it's a two-pronged fish hook. Right? Throw it in the water. One of these, two is better than one, right? So one of these hooks must catch the fish. You have a better chances with this two-prong hook. As to go to so far where later on people started creating three-pronged hooks. Three-pronged hooks when you could form metal into any other shape. Okay. Your one spear wasn't always successful at catching fish. You have to be really good. Two-pronged hook. I mean that fish when the spear hits the water, that fish is gonna try to in the split second, you're gonna try to turn around and run. You're gonna do this, right? So now that two-prong hook that's spinning while it's being thrown, naturally it never stays straight because things don't stay straight in the air unless they got wings, right? It's gonna spin, and we have that because it was a better success in fishing, all right? Za is for Zion. Zion. Zion is a weapon. Ka is for Kawama. Kawama, right, which is a fence. Right, that's a fence. Right, it's a picture of a fence, and the word for fence is the same word for a wall. Right, in our language. Right. Ta is for Tana'a. Right, this is a figure of a bottom of a basket. Right, Tana'a is a word for a basket. Today, Tana'a is also the word for a bag. So, sisters, Tana'a is a bag. All right, so we got all the sisters on there. All right, also contact for any sister that don't got Hebrew name. Contact your city's camp leader for a Hebrew name. Right, your sister's been on it for a long time. Right? You should get yourself a Hebrew name. All right, bag. Sisters love their bags. Right, bag is Tana'a. 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 That's the word for a bag, all right? Your bag, your handbag, Tana'a. Tana'a. Okay? Ya is for yard. right? Yad is your hand. Kap is for kap. Kap is the palm of your hand. This is the figure in the middle of your hand, right? You know, in the middle of your hand, you got these markings right here, right? You got these markings in the middle of your hand. This Hebrew alphabet is the representative of that. The Yah is a figure of your arm, right? Your arm. That's the Yah. Okay. La is for Lamad, right? Lamad, right? Lamad means to learn. It's the figure of a walking stick, which the elderly man spanks the children on the side with. All right. You take the walking stick and you whack the children on the side so he can learn, because he don't listen. He doesn't want to get hit, so that he does not get hit, right? He learns to not do the thing that gets him hit. Because if you don't teach him to not get hit, or if you don't teach him at all, someone else out there will teach him, and they will have the mercy that you would have on him. The whole idea is mothers only beat the children because you have mercy on him. If you feel like you don't have it in you to have mercy on your child for the thing that he did wrong, that you want to beat him for, I'd advise you to go get some counsel, right? Because you might damage that child and give that child a lot of trauma and a lot of hate that he will never show you until he's 20, 21, or until you are old in a wheelchair in your 70s and 80s, where you are a victim to his freedom to you.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? He's victim to not feed you and to torture you and push you over and to remind you of all of the horrible things that you did to him or her when he was a child. You see what I'm saying? Hey, we need love out here, man. We need the UPK.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Ma is for Mayam, right? Teach your children to respect their elders, love the elders, the legacy and the hardship that your elders had to go through when they were young. And likewise, the elders gotta learn to love the children and have mercy on that child. And that child is an adult, just a young adult. The Bible, the Bible never says boy. The Bible never says boy or girl. It says young man. Because that baby you're looking at is the man that's going to be. And his whole life from his youth is learning to be a man. Learn to get off of the breast and needing his mommy, and to one day go to work and build things and run things. And a man cannot run things and run an empire or run a city or run a household or run a family if he loves to suck on his mother's breast for the rest of his life.
Right.
Always doing this thing right here. Doing it. Because you got no breast, you got to suck on something. And then next thing you know, he'll be sucking on something. And then, we live in New York, man. He'll be sucking on something. You better train your child in the way you go. Hey, I'm telling you, man. You know what I mean? New York is a messed up place out here. You know what I mean? Na is for Na one. Right? Na one. Which is the figure of a seed, right? Sprouting roots. So Nawan is the word for sprout. All right? Sa is for Samak, which is a figure of a flag. All right? This is the ancient flag that we used to make. I believe I don't want to say they stole it, but we made everything, and whatever we made, the whole earth sees as valuable. For example, the TV, right? Negroes and Latinos, the Puerto Ricans invented the TV, right? The TV and the screen and the TV, right? There's a TV on every country in the earth because the Latinos made the TV. You see what I'm saying? Negroes made the car and the combustion engine. They were made in America when the slaves became Americanized in that time. The slaves invented or came about with the combustion engine. And now there's cars and trucks and planes and ships from here around the world to come back here. You see, if you can go around the world in 80 days, you will see a car and a truck, and the invention of the slaves that was in America, the inventions are all around the globe.
That's right.
So don't look at a flag or the form of a flag and say, oh, well, it must be from these people over here. Look to your people. The tribe of Reuben. Where's Reuben? The tribe of Reuben, right? The Seminole Indians, right? Who were heavy in Florida until you had the Treaty of Payne's Landing, where the slave master moved all of the Reubenites across on the other side of the Mississippi River. Any Native Indian that didn't want to be moved to the other side of the Mississippi in the Midwest, he had to lie and say that he's not an Indian, he's a Negro. And that was the only way he could stay on this side of the country without reservations, right? He had to say he was a Negro, to not be moved forcefully by the way of the Trail of Tears, to be forced to go over to the other side of the Mississippi River, which is running down in the Midwest from the south going up. All right, the oppressor wanted no Native Indians to be on this side of the Mississippi River because he called it Caucasian land now, per se, right? Okay, all the other Native Indians was forced to go on the other side of the Mississippi River. The Seminole Indians were forced to live amongst the Creek, one of the enemy tribes, in a spot by the Mississippi River on the other side. And you're looking for the Seminole Creek territory. I believe today that's like Arkansas and all that, right? You find some Negroes over there. They might say, I've got some grandparents who are Seminole, and they look at themselves as African American. That man is a Reubenite.
That's right.
All right. According to the books I'm reading, that's how it works. The people who say I got a great grandma who was Choctaw, that person who's saying that is Choctaw. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody has to lie and say that they're not Native Indians, so they don't be forcefully removed. You know, getting killed on the way to the other side of. Imagine you in New York, and the devils come and knock on your door and say, yo, you got 5 days to get across to leave town and get your New York behind across the Mississippi River. You like, Mississippi, what the hell is that? You're gonna die. You have to say, I'm a Negro, I'm a nigger. You'd have to do that to stay here. Everybody in Boston is like that. Half the people you see in Boston, all the black people there, they are Native Indians. Couldn't say they're Native Indians. Ask them. I'm not a Native Indian. I'm an African American. There's a reason for that. History is deep. History is more than, you know what I mean, your 5 minutes that we've been living on earth. All right? I is for iron. Right? Pa, it's a figure of an eye. Pa is for pa, which is a figure of a mouth. Right? You got the top of the mouth and you got the jaw of the mouth. All right? You wrote the Tazar wrong. Right? It's like a little Z, all right?
Oh, go.
It's like a little, is that right in this thing? Right on here, right?
Oh, okay. You make a line and just.
Yeah, so you're gonna take this thing right here and you're gonna do this.
Go.
Okay? That's all right. The idea is that it's a man on his side. Right, so of course the original Tazar was written like this. It was written like this, the man's head, and like this, and then like this. Because the idea was that this is the man, this is his right leg, and this is his left leg. He's lying down on his side in bed. We all lie down like that at home. You know what I mean? My wife complains that she can't get in the bed because my leg is all the way out like that, laying on my side. All right? So tazar is side, right? And the word is tazad. Tazad is side. Kwa is for kwawash. Kwawash, which is a snare. A trap is a figure of a rodent trap, a mouse trap. All right. We use a wishbone. Okay. We use a wishbone, right? And we use a string that was elastic and spun the string so tight around the middle, so and then so it can have that spring effect and hurt the rodent rather than just let the rodent run around. It was a snare, it was a trap. You know what I mean? Of course, this is the same trap like you got today. Today you got your traps look like this. This is your rat trap today. The little metal thing, it's like square like that, and it's on like a wooden, a wooden board like that.
That's right.
That's your rat trap today. This was a rat trap before times, and we made it as a character, right? As a character, we made it as a character for kwawash, which is the word for a snare, right? A snare or a trap, and the word is kwawash. Of course, there's other words for trap, but the word kwawash in particular is what they call a snare. I mean, a trap is you could fall in a hole. That's a trap. You know what I mean? You could walk into a trap. This is the snare. The snare is the thing that grabs onto you. All right, you got a bear. A bear trap is not really a trap because he's not trapped, but this thing bit his leg. All right, that's what the difference between a trap and a snare, right? You got ra is for ra'ash. Ra'ash, which is a figure of your head or your neck, right? You got sha is for shan, right? Which is your two front teeth, all right? This is a figure of your two front teeth, okay? Okay, and then you got tha for thou, and it's a mark, right? Thou, T-A-W, and this means this is a figure or a pictorial symbol for a mark, like X marks the spot. That's what's written like this. It's written like a little X, not a perfect X, not a perfect X like this, but an X like the treasure's right here.
I will come.
You see what I'm saying? Because we're marking where the treasure is, where the battle site is. Here's the map. Where are we going to attack? Thou. We're gonna attack right thou. Right thou is where we're gonna do it. Right thou. Okay. 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 So let me erase this off the board at the bottom right here. Okay. Lamad is learn. Right? Mayam is water. Right? Why am I doing all this? Because you need vocabulary. You cannot speak the language without vocabulary. Right? The one is sprout. Samak is flag. All right, Samak is flag. Okay. Ayan is eye. Pa is mouth. Right? Tazad is side. side or side order, side, right? Qawash is snare. Right? Ra'ash is head. Shan is teeth. Right? And Tau is mark. Okay, good. What's understand it, right?
Okay.
Okay, good. Right? Let's get some other words with this, right? Okay, the sprout, the seed sprouts, all right? So look at seed right here. Seed in Hebrew is zarai. Zarai. Samak really means establish. All right? Samak really means establish. Right? When you establish a place, you put a flag there. The proper word for flag is sawak. Okay? You learn from a teacher, right? So teach. Okay, we got water, right? Water comes from the sea, right? Ma yum, we know that ma is of, yum is sea. Of the sea or from the sea, water is from the sea. Water is of the sea. All right? Sea is yum. Right? Sea is yum. Learn who makes you learn. Someone who's trying to make you learn is a man who's trying to teach you. Teach. Teach is yara'a. Yara'a. We got eye, mouth. Your eye makes you see. The eye makes you see. See is ra'a. Ra'a. What do you do with the mouth? You eat. Eat is akal. Okay. Side. What's the side? Side. Besides the side, you got the front. You'll see a phrase in the Bible you're going to see all the time. I'm only saying this because it's what you're going to see all the time, right? You're going to see something that says La Panya. La Pan Ya. And this phrase means before me or in front of me. Right? We put front of, right? Front of, in front of me. You'll see this in the Bible as before me, right? Before me, or to my face. You're doing this to the Lord's face, right? Before me, before, right? You got the word pan up here. Pan is face. Let me put face first, right? Face then pan, right? English first, right? Face is pan, right? La right here. La is two, right? Ya right here. This ya right here means my, right? And this what's a science word they teach you in school again when you mix two things, a sediment, not sediment.
Compound word.
Compound word, right? So Lapanya is a phrase, right, built upon the compounding of a root word with a preposition before it and a possessive behind it, and this compound of wordings creates the phrase Lapanya, which is before me. You see salat. Mayam is a compound word because you got the preposition ma with the yum. Yum is the sea, ma is of or from, and ma, yum, of the sea is now water. Okay? Good. Okay? You got your Ra'ash's head. On top of your head is hair. Hair in Hebrew is shire. Shire, right? This is the same shire when you see my gosh, you got a horse called a shire, right? Hey, okay, the word shire also translates to gate, right? Gate. Gate is also shire because if your kingdom is the body, the gate is the hair on the outside, or you know what I mean? It's like the gate to the outside of your body. We are a very symbolic, pictorial people. So we will start with this, and then we will build on this and use it in different ways and comparisons. The same way how we do precepts, and we compare this precept with another precept because it's like the same thing. We do the same thing with see, Zarawai. Zarawai became the word for arm. You see what I'm saying? Zarawai, right? You know what I mean? You got the word for a tree, which is Aitazam, and it's hard. What is hard? What's also hard on you? Your bone, which is like the tree on you. You're looking at the bone of your foot. It's like a tree trunk going from the ground and going up. So words for bone became the same word for tree. All right? And then because the bone is hard and the tree is hard, the word hard is the same word, Aitazam. Aitazam, or the word hard was Aitazam. Aitazam was the tree. Aitazam is the bone. Aitazam is hard. Aitazam is hard. All right? Okay? You got shan, which is teeth. Behind your teeth is your lashan. Behind the teeth is your tongue. And tongue in Hebrew is lashan. Right, quick, right? We got a question, hold on, right? Behind your teeth is the tongue. The tongue in Hebrew is lashan. And in our tongue that we speak is Hebrew. And that is how we get the term Lashawan Qadash, because it is the thing that your tongue does, which is your language. All right? So then from your tongue is Lashan, language. Language is Lashawan. Okay? Good. Go ahead. We'll go ahead with a question.
Yeah, this is a question from Ruth Ann Sanchez. She says Salat here. Mayam is. So she asked me, what is the word for Mayam?
The word Mayam is water. Right? The word Mayam is water. And water is a thing that you can find in the sea. Ma is of. Right? Ma is of. And yam is sea. Of sea, ma, yam. So now hold it. Hold a cup. I got a cup right here. There's water here. Right? And I can tell you, this thing right here, you can find this from the sea. The sea evaporates every day builds clouds over the ocean. Those clouds, by the way of wind, are brought over the land, and it rains. It's a cycle, and then the water through the rivers go back out into the sea. The water that lands on the ground seeps under the ground, and you have underground waterways, and through dirt and rock and sand, the water finds its way back into the ocean as salty water, and it empties out into the ocean, and the ocean evaporates into clouds, rains on the land and on top of the mountains. All right, that's how the world works. I believe they call that geography. All right. And this water is always in the sea. The water in your in the rivers is condensed water that came from the sea, condensed in the sky. The water in your lake, right, is water that was condensed as rain to fall in your lake, to collect in the lake. The water that you see, rain is from the sea, rivers is in the sea, lakes is from the sea. The water in the swamp is from the rain, which is from the sea. Okay? The sea has the greatest body of water, the greatest surface, water surface that could evaporate to create all of the water that goes in the sky. I mean, the sky was cloudy at that depth of water in the sky to fall back on the land and empty out on the land. All right? All water is from the sea. This is wisdom. This is knowledge. All right? All waters from the sea. Okay? If the water condenses, if water evaporates to the sea, it goes up north and snows in the Arctic, right? And you land on land and ice, it builds bigger glaciers. Glaciers is from the sea. All the snow in Antarctica is from the sea. All right? Everything's from the sea. All right? Mayam, Ma is of, Yam is sea, water comes from the sea. Okay? Israelites always know this. People don't always know this because people are dumb, and the Israelites have everlasting wisdom given to us by the Most High of how to run the earth and how the earth runs, while the oppressor is trying to figure out how to stop the climate changing. How do we stop pollution? We stop pollution by stopping you. How hard is it to understand? Find out the cause of the pollution. White people are the cause of pollution. How you stop the pollution? Stop white people from ruling the earth. Simple as that. It's 2 minus 2 equals 0. If there's level 2 pollution minus the level 2, which is called the pollution, 0 pollution. Just like that. Israelite genius. Okay? Okay, no problem, right? Go ahead, Pratazar.
So if I may, practical knowledge.
Practical knowledge. Absolutely. On point. Absolutely right. Practical knowledge. Okay? And of course, all these things are in the Bible. Everything I just said. All right? Okay. What's the question again? There's no question, right? Or we asked the question already.
Just Slaki, so you was talking about, common, common words that female would like to use, if they're meeting somebody, so on and so forth.
Okay, everyday conversation, right?
Common.
Shalayan is a very social guy. Yeah. So yes, he is. He admitted it too. Okay. So Shalayan is going to be a great help today because I am not. So I'm on the social and do all this because of the ISPK. Before this, I don't know how to talk to anyone. The only thing I know to talk to you for was to somehow just get the connection to VOE connect. You know what I mean? I said it, and I drive. My girl drives the car. We go all over town, and everyone spoke like a Jamaican before the ISUP came. Now, other than that, I don't know how to create conversations to just be a normal citizen in New York to talk about the weather and the sky and the news and I don't even know how to get to all of that. Right? A lot of brothers don't on the street. That's why people in New York don't talk to their neighbor at home. You don't talk to your next door neighbor because people in New York do not have great social skills. I don't know why. Maybe it might be no fathers in the house. I don't know. You know what I mean? No one really teach me. You know, no one taught us how to make friends.
Right.
I remember asking my grandma when I was like 7, like, how do I make friends? Nobody's my friend. I get to school, I bully everybody. You know, nobody wants to be my friend. My grandma told me, you gotta talk to people. Okay, oh cool. You gotta talk to people. Now, how do you talk to people? Talk about what?
Right.
How do I find what his interest is and my interest is? Because I can't talk to this person. You know what I mean? And you have that same problem in Hebrew too. You don't know how to talk to anybody to create a conversation in Hebrew. Right? So we have to try to get what's in English and bring it over to how we say in Hebrew so we can create this kingdom of being friends in the Israelite world. All right, brothers? All right, quick. I'm going to erase all this on the board, all right? Hope everybody got it down. Right? Take a screenshot. Go on YouTube. You know what I mean? Everyone on YouTube, take a screenshot. If you need to, you rewind. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you this. All this down here, you need this. You need all this down here. Right? You need a kind of a very common word. Ra'adi, very common word. Samak, to be established. The power in Joshua and all that when you're building the nation is very common. Yam is very common. Mayam is common. Lamad is common. Right? Tazad, you see that certain places. Ra'ash is common. Right? Lapanya is probably the most common thing we have on the board here. You're gonna see this everywhere. Anytime you go before the Lord, or before a person, or you did it in front of this person, you did it in front of David, or you did it, in front of Abraham. You know what I mean? Or put this before Isaac. You know what I mean? Or there's a cup. The cup. What's that psalm that Christians love? A table before me, my cup runs over. The cup or the table before him, Lapanya. Oh, they don't believe me. Let's go get the book. Let's go get the Bible. Okay. Let's go get before me, in front of me, to my face, all that. Okay.
Stop.
Yeah.
With the word water, right?
Yeah.
Yum. How would you say like raging water or?
Raging water. For us, it will be like you think of being at the site of the water, and then you look at what the water is doing. So now, raging water means I go in the water, right? If I'm strong, I can swim. If the water is raging and blowing me away, the water is stronger than me.
Right.
So I might look at it and say strong water.
Strong
Water. Okay. You know what I mean? And strong, very common word too, because it's used in many sense, is Kazakh. Kazakh. What's he gonna say?
Because I know because I was thinking about Captain's name, because he got strong in it, because he's like stronghold, right?
Oh, come. Kazakh. You seen this word mad time.
Yeah.
You see some brothers. You got Kazakh Yad.
Yes.
Kazakh Yad is hand. You know what I mean? So his name is strong hand. Or strong arm, strong hand, right? You got Kazakh Imad. Right? Imad means a stand. Right? So Kazakh Imad means strong stand. He stands strong. You know what I mean? Now, Kazakh properly means chest. You see what I'm saying? Your chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now, who knows why this became the word for strong? being that the word is chest. Remember now, we had a while ago, our language is entirely symbolic. It's entirely dealing with thinking of a picture and what do I get in messages by looking at this thing? What is this thing symbolizing to me as? What do we see it as? All right? So you have a man, you have a chest. What does a weak man's chest look like?
If I may, you say Kazakh means chest. So strong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much like what men always like saying they like it's like courage. You're holding your chest out.
Right, but what does the weak man's chest look like?
Flat.
He's just flabby. In other words, he has none.
Right.
He has no chest. He's a weak man. Now, the strong man, Captain Desire, you see what I'm saying? Right. He's a strong man. You know what I mean? So chest became a symbol for us to say strong. So you picture your strength, and you picture your strong chest. All right? Kazakh. All right? Kazakh, which is strong. Courage. Let me check courage. I don't know. Chest gives men courage. You got Caucasians go to the gym all the time. Not because they can actually be a strong nigga in a fight. Because this is his, show of courage. The woman likes strong men, you know what I mean? Okay, so let me get courage to see what courage is. Oh, there you go. Brothers, I was right. Okay. We got strong, repair, hold, strengthened, harden, prevail, and courage. Take courage, caught, stronger. And the word is Kazakh. All right? Because a man with a big chest believes he has courage to pick on all of the small people. All right? He has all the courage to pick on all the strong people. He believes he can do it because he trained, all right? To get a big chest, you need some discipline. Your body want to say, I don't want to do no push-ups today. I don't want to do any more push-ups, but you go against what you want. And you go get that big chest. You know what I mean? When you get that big chest, you know what I mean? You can be equal to all the other people that got big chests. You see what I'm saying? You are just as equal as them. You know what I mean? So that's the word for, I'm going to keep it as chest, all right? What I don't want to do is I don't want to have 3 words on the board because then you might get confused. I need you to have the root. The root word, the root meaning, as what I did here. Just have the root word, right? Now besides that, right, time is running along. I mean, one of them conversations, right? Okay, so Shalaya, help me out here, right?
Okay, come.
You go to a person, right? Okay. Did the sisters give me anything online about how they wanted to greet and talk to other sisters? Did the sisters online say anything about how they would like to greet and talk to other sisters?
No, just that general, general greetings. Salaki, so that's all they did.
Okay, well, we got that already. We get the whole house from Monica about Shema Shai, the whole Shalom, the water.
Oh, I know. So
I mean,
if I may,
yeah.
what about greetings like you ask the person, is you if I pronounce it correctly, if I come to you and say, Slakia on Tuwabka.
You good? Yeah, Tuwabka. Tuwabka.
And you say, and you?
And then you say Waka. Tuwabka. Waka. Okay, Tuwabka. Ka. Anya Tuwaba. At Tuwab. Ah, it's like I. So
Right.
instead of saying Anya, just say I.
Say she said,
Anya is like I am.
Mhm.
I am good. I'm good. Right? Anya Tuwa. Tuwa. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
So that pastor was a brother that came from the Netherlands.
Ira.
He had a unique accent.
Yeah.
So if I want to start a conversation, I would say, where are you from? Like, how do you say, where are you from?
Where are you from? Where are you? Where are you from? Okay. Before that we got hello, right? Hello. How are you? Right? How are you? Or do we do the you? Do we do the nigga way? You good? Let's do the nigga way.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Let's do, right? You good?
That can go many different ways. Are you good? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nigga, I'm good. What's up?
Word. You know, everybody said it to me. I was talking to Bayan Yala, right? Bayan Yala, right? And I was saying, like, yeah, we need to learn some Hebrew where we could talk. He said the same thing, like, you say you good to somebody in New York, that could be, you good?
Yeah.
You good, nigga? You good, nigga? You good, nigga?
God, that's
Yeah, and he ain't lying, because I seen that very often. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong. There's a curse, man, on the y'all know Brooklyn, the Church Avenue station, the Q train Avenue. Come on, man. Something wrong with that. They put some of the water over there bad, man.
dark cloud.
Yeah, man. It was like I remember I used to go, I don't know where I was going to, but anytime I go to that station, evening, night, you know what I mean? Someone in there, you good? You good, nigga? You know what I mean? Or it'd be a look. It'll be, and then it'll just be a fight. Just no words, nothing.
Yep.
That's why it's so important to say shalom, peace. You have to say shalom. You have to say peace to let the brother know I'm not trying to mess with you right now. I don't know you. You know what I mean? I'm in peace. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And shalom is peace. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what you mean. Where are you from? Why you want to know where I'm from for?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Right.
Who am I? You don't know me. You told me like that. You don't know me. Duh, nigga, of course I don't know you. I didn't see before. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? God.
Yeah, that could be where you from. But what's good? What's up?
Right. Right? Tawaka. Right? Where you from? Now, there's many ways to say this. Right? I got it written down. I'm going to try to get the more accurate one. Right, I got them in the blue section here. Yeah. Oh, where are you? Good night. Let me get that scripture in Job where it says, Whence comest thou? Whence comest thou, right? Okay. We got from. So I lift up my eyes from the hills, from whence cometh my help. Okay. From where? Got it? Read it, Babusha.
Job chapter 1, verse 7.
Okay.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou?
Okay.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up, it's like walking up and down in it.
So the Lord said to Satan, right? I don't think Christians know that Satan answers to the Most High, right? They don't know, right? But we know the Bible here and they don't, right? So it says, from where you come. And it says, Ma'ayan, where ayan is to say where in Hebrew, meaning of where you come. And where you coming from. You know what I mean? You come from where you come. So then the brother from Ira, right? He will say, I am from the Netherlands. I'm coming from the Netherlands. Right. You know what I mean? So ayan, where ma is from or of. Ayan is where, right? From where, the ta is, in this context, is you, right? Ta, that's ta for a ta, right? And then you have ba'a, which is ka. Right? From where you come. Now, we also English, right? English speaking people, right? So, in the meantime, until we try to catch up to the dialect of our ancient forefathers, right? How could I make this more American niggerish for the meantime until people can catch up with it and then we can correct grammar later on, right? Because here's what I need. I need it to stick. We've been doing this for a while and it's not sticking. So I need to see some results. So I need to see, Shala, right? Maybe I think of the come, right? Because I'm going to say, where are you from, right? So from where you, right? So from where you, right? How about that? From where you from? Where you from? Partizan.
Salakia, sir. This is what I said, yeah, where from you. Exactly.
Okay.
Where from you.
Okay, so let's take out the,
It pretty much could say, where are you from? But
where are you from? Right? From where are you? Okay, so let's do the ka again. Right? Ma'ayanka. Ma'ayanka.
Yeah.
Right? Where you from?
Yeah.
Where you from? There we go. Okay? That should be Tawab for now. All right, where you from? That's good. Most of the Christ.
You say, Salakia, sir, if I may.
Yeah.
Salakia, so I'm like, what is that? It means like, can you like respond to it like, I'm a Yonkers. Can you just say that? I'm a Yonkers.
You say, you trying to say ma to say like from? You from Yonkers?
Yeah. To answer the question, like where you from, you're like,
Okay. Let's see how Satan answered the other question first to see the manner of how he answered it, right? So we can understand the manner of what Corinthians says that the tongue of the language, the tongues of angels, right? Let me get 1 Corinthians 13:1, I believe it was like 13. Yeah. Or just look, if that's not it, just look up the one where it says, though I speak with the tongues of angels. Meaning in the Bible, we knew that the angels only speak Hebrew. You know what I mean? So much so, you go watch some documentary with some devil. He go make some documentary, and he always wants to compare the things that are very, very ancient and in the past. And you always try to say, yeah, these are the great Anunnaki things that come from space to the earth. Because he knows that there's a connection with the right thing we have here and something that's in the sky. Right? And well, he does, I don't know why, if he's not trying to consider that it was the niggas' language before slavery. We the one that sings swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Why would they carry me home? Because the angels love it there. You know what I mean? The angels love the people from there. You know what I mean? Okay. Anything? I don't know if you got any more ideas, Shalom, things that we can ask and say. You know what I mean?
Will it be the same translation as what tribe are you from?
What tribe are you from? We'll say it more like more nigga will be like, what tribe you? Right. So more okay. So number one, right? Let's have a key at the bottom out here, right? We have what is Ma? Right? Where is, I think by itself is Aya. Right? Who is Maya? And then where, what?
When and why?
When, right? When, okay, what is that is right now. Why is Madawai? You're gonna see this all the time. This is why. Madawai. Very similar too. Maybe why in English came from Madawai in Hebrew. Madawai.
Like I don't want. I got the scriptures, so it was correct on that scripture.
Look at the picture of these Negroes before slavery. You know what I mean? The Negroes before slavery. Living nice and well off in Europe. Can you see this? This is a picture of Negroes before slavery. You know, this is how you was living before you came to America to get your backs whipped. And wear rags and cloths. Yeah, we had embroidered clothing. Look at that, gems in the embroidery, stars in the embroidery. Come on, man. Look at pirate shirts with the big sleeves. That's what we had going on before we came here, man. Which tribe is one? This was like might be like Levi or something, right? Like it might be Levi. Levi was all in France and all that. You know what I mean? Benjamin was like in Germany or something like that. Yeah.
So when Queen Sheba came to see Solomon, she thought the doorman was Solomon. He was so glorious. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Let's see if we can get some more down here.
It's like I don't want.
We got some more. Look at this. Norwich Castle. This is Negroes before slavery. This is like a young brother. He got a pet monkey in Norwich. Someone look at where Norwich is. The treasure in Norwich Castles. Yeah. You know what I mean? He got an emulation of giant fringes on his shoulder. The big pirate shirts as usual. With the big huge sleeves. UK. So this was a brother in the UK before slavery. You see what I'm saying? We came out of the Holy Roman Empire, so we got that whole chest thing going on here with the trying to make the clothes look like that. Because we got that from the Romans. Because we were not in the truth. Not in the truth meaning you are tainted with some kind of heathen influence. So that means we are not in the truth, all right? Okay. We know these already. We seen that brother already. You know what I mean? He got the armbands. He made the shirt be like the armbands. You know what I mean? That's probably a real leopard skin he got on there. You know he got some cousins in Africa. He got some cousins in Africa. Him and his cousins about to be shipped off to America in slavery, not know where the hell they came from. You know what I mean? Look at this, man. We got a man here called Hendrik Heerschop. And when is he from? 1626 to 1690. When is that? Right about the time where we was being shipped off to the American slavery. Hey, you know who he look like? He look like what's a famous actor he look like? Look at his face. Who knows that face right there? What's that nigga in 50 Cent, man, that played the bad guy, the Don, man?
Yeah, the Adebisi.
Huh? That's his name?
Adebisi from
Adebisi?
What's that jail trace? Come on Oz. He's got a little hat on Adebisi.
Yeah. This is him. This is him right here. This is niggas before slavery. And his name, he didn't have an Israelite name because we were off into eating all the trees of the gardens which the Lord said not eat. Taking on all of their culture, thinking that we're naked with all these meat trees and stuff. Right. You got to get the meat tree off our head and all that. You know what I mean? Come on now. That's America there. Yeah, these ones are like Americans and Moors. I don't want that. Who is this right here? Unknown. Nobody knows the artist. This is from 1641. And it's a history of fashion. Why? Because anybody that dress good got to be an Israelite. Israelites are the only one that make up dressing good and all that. That's what we got here. You know what I mean? What's going on there? Concert. You know what I mean? That's what's going on here. You know what I mean? And with that, there's a language that we had before the Americans. There's nobody here. He too out. Come. Right? So we got what is ma. We got where, which is ayah. We got who, which is maya. Right? Let me get the other ones. We want the when. Yes, sir. When it says here is mathaya.
So do we have how as well?
God. That's what they put the W's together.
Okay.
So this will be the 5 W's. So who, what, where, when, who, why. All right? 5 W's. All right? When it says here, when is ma, saya. Yeah, stop. Let me see too, sir. Stop. Okay? You gotta remember this ma right here too. The ma is the thing you're gonna see everywhere. Ma to say what with the H. Oh, another thing. You have 3 pronunciations of ma. You have ma by itself. You have ma. And they have ma'a. Okay? Very nice so. Ma. And then you have ma'a. Okay? You gotta try to remember these 3 pronunciations. Right? This is something that you have to observe in the voice so you can interpret What kind of ma is he saying? Ma, ma, ma. It's like saying, when you see the ma and the ah like this, don't do that thing where you cut the voice, where you got ma, ah. Don't do that. Our language always flows. We always hit you with the, you know what I mean? You feel me? You see what's going on here? We always have the rolling tongue of the voice. So it's not ma ah, it's ma ah. It's like saying ma right? Ma right? Good God, right? Okay, good. Now so it's good so we know what these are, right? The importance of it is what they are. Ma is off. We went over that already. This same ma is the same ma right here, which is what? Now, if you're talking, I gotta know that you say of or you say what. You see what I'm saying? And ma is 100. This is the word for the 100, right? The 100. So ma, right? Let me give a try, Shala.
Ma, no, ma. But I'm saying what he said, not saying.
Yeah.
Ma.
There you go. Ma. Like how you say You say to your kid, you listening, you say Ma. Right? One more time, Shala.
Ma.
You clap it up. Go ahead, practice up.
Ma.
Good. Everybody here got it. Now, at home, you should be watching this and doing it yourself. Go ma. Okay? Of course, we know this. We went over the alphabet a while ago, right? This is a ha sound. So you make that ma, with the H sound here, right? Now, this is the ah sound. But you gotta say like aha, but you're not saying aha. You're saying maha. So ma, ah. All right? Right? Ah sound. Ah sounding, all right? And this is by itself, so of course this is short sound. Ma. Okay? And that's the sound. And you'll see this all over the place. Besides ma'a, you got ra'a, ra, which means see. We went over that a while ago, right? See. What else we got? We got ba. Very important words. Ba. Who remember what ba is? Ba is come.
No, I was gonna say touch.
Okay, come. Touch is nagai. Right? That's an important one too. Touch is nagai. Nagai also means plague. The same word for touch is the same word for plague. Meaning you think nobody ain't gonna touch you, but the Lord gonna touch you, and then nobody touch him, but he dies. Because the Lord touched him with something that he can't see. He thought that no one gonna touch him, you don't know the Lord will touch you with it.
So COVID-19 is nagai.
COVID-19 is nagai. You know what I mean? Okay. We got sha'a, which is left. Right? You're in charge of the camera equipment. You're gonna be sending brothers to sha'a everything. Okay, for you want a brother to lift this up. What would you say to him?
To lift this up.
Pick this up for me. Okay, you more say like get this or get that.
Sha'ayim.
Huh?
Sha'ayim.
No, English. Give me what you say in English so we can try to translate the command.
Okay, so in English I would say that. Pick this up. Bring it over there.
So we want to say pick this up. Or pick up. Pick is the verb. Pick up.
Yeah.
Right? Even though in English, pick is picking at things, right? Or pick and choose, right?
Right.
But your intention is to say lift. So you're saying pick this up, but the real life intention, right? The way that we don't talk is to say lift this up.
Right.
That's more like good English. But the Hebrew goes by the intention. So you'll be saying lift in Hebrew as pick this up, right? So then it will be this, right? We got this will be like za, right? So you will say lift this. We got sha'a, sha'a, za. Za is the shortcut way to say this.
Okay.
Proper way would be hazar, right? But the shortcut way, za is only this. You see what I'm saying? If you hear za, it means this and this and this. Za. You know what I mean? Lift this. Up is usually quam, right? Let me see if I can find a context right quick to say up. Okay. Huh? Yeah, sha'aza. Make sure you're saying it with intention too. You gotta say intention, because that's where your dialect, that's where your new dialect gonna come in. Right? Sha'aza. Right? Let me see if I can get some content upright. Practice, go ahead.
I said this earlier. It was a sister that had the same question as Officer Shalayala. Hamal Naya. She said
Hamania.
What? Yeah. What is how can you what is the word for tribe?
Tribe?
Yeah.
Good
What's
question.
your tribe? She said exactly.
Oh, tribe. Okay, tribe is Shabbatium. Shabbat is tribe. Yeah. The same word, Shabbat. What's Shabbat again? Okay, you got Shabbat, which is the Sabbath, but that word is kind of like over time perverted. It's more like for brothers who with their accents, that Levi accent and all that, the Benjamin, right? It's more like, okay, Shabbat was the proper way to say the Sabbath. That's why the TH is in Sabbath, because of the Shabbat. Okay, it first came from the number 7. You know, the 7th is the Sabbath day. Shabbai is 7. All right, Shabbai is 7. So the 7th, just like in English with the TH on the end, we have that in Hebrew, where Shabbai is 7, Shabbai is 7th. And Shabbai became Shabbat, and Shabbat over time became Shabbat because of these accents that these Benjamites and Levites and I don't know if any of the tribe got the same, turning the TH into T's, and the E from turning the hesitations into S, and all that. You know what I mean? Come on. Okay.
And Salaki, I'm one.
Come on.
I don't know, his brother, but he actually saying it in the chat.
Oh, Salaki.
Yeah.
And when I say over time meaning we were always losing our language.
Come.
You know what I mean? And not caring about it. Nobody took care of it. Nobody was trying to put their kids between the two altars. Everybody trying to be free and liberal and do whatever you want. And you know what I mean? Now you don't even speak Hebrew no more. You know what I mean? You say good morning. How you doing? What's up? You know what I mean? Slack the process. One more time.
Oh no, it's
we don't want to count today, right?
That the person in the chat saying exactly.
Okay, my alarm be ringing off. Someone in the chat saying what?
Similar to what you say about how you say tribe.
Okay.
You know, in Shabbat.
Okay, is he trying to teach or is he trying to answer the question?
No, somebody was somebody that asked, you already answered the question.
Okay.
You ended up answering the question also.
Okay.
Cause yeah, with, the name.
So I asked someone in the YouTube chat to answer a question for me.
No questions now, sir.
Huh?
No questions now.
No, I was asking if I asked somebody in the chat to answer a question. By that.
You can, sir.
I think the cat might answer the sister that asked the question.
Oh, the cat in the chat.
Responded to her.
Okay, what's his name?
His name is Shasha Magun. Alalapa. Alalap.
Okay.
Kwabal.
Like it. Big up the general. Clap it up there. Clap it up there. Yeah. How much we try to start? I don't want. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. The general's in the school, all right? Okay. It's like a general. I'm only asking because there's brothers out there who would try to come in our class and teach. I just wanted to make sure it was no one that's not in the school that's trying to teach our sisters, as you know, as UPK way. But most likely, pick up the general, right?
Yes, sir.
And what did the general say one more time?
Oh, actually, he just said, Shalom, y'all
I'm in here with Shalom Yala and also Pratazah. You know what I mean? And what did the general say so I can put it on the board, Bakusha?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty much what you were just saying about the Shabbat. When we was, because it was pretty fast. So for tribe,
right?
Shabbat, Shabbat on the tribe, and also on what it is. It said you also got Sabbadah. Shabbadah. I think when you said the seventh,
right,
yeah.
right.
So yeah, he broke it down like that also. So.
Correct. For the word up, I can't find take up the fifth one. Okay, the only word I'm coming for up is quam.
Would that mean what? Rise.
Rise.
Okay.
Well, the whole idea of rise. Okay, being that we're symbolic people, right? You rise, you get up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Up. So up will be quam. I know mata is down. We say all the time, yad yam mata, right? Right. We had yad on the board earlier, right, with the alphabet, and then down is mata. So we have up is quam, down is mata, right? So lift this up, right? So we got the lift here, we got the za right here, which means this, right? And then we got the quam, which means up. Okay? Of course, learn this, absorb this, and then if there's any errors, we'll fix it along the way because we are newborn children trying to walk, all right?
Come.
Okay? Good.
So, my man.
Yeah.
But Matad also, does that mean rod? Like the
Yes.
Rod?
Yes. You know what I mean? I remember that.
Because
Matayala. I thought the same thing. I was like, Matayala. He did with a rod of the Lord or something like that. Yeah, that brother died.
Yep.
Salah, yeah, that brother dead. You know what I mean? Left the truth and died. So it's a shame. It's a shame. You know what I mean? Okay. Lift this up. Put this down. All right. Put was another popular word too. The word put was hada. All right. Hada. Let me put the word, Hebrew, Hada. Okay, let me put the word put first, all right? God.
Real quick, this kind of off topic. With Al Qashad, does that have to go at the beginning of the sentence, or can you put that at the end of the sentence? I noticed that it's always put at the beginning. Say, Al Qashad, can you do this?
Okay, Babu Bashar, right? We need a bigger board. We need a bigger school so we can get a board that's long like one of these walls, man. You know what I mean? Okay, Babu Kasha. Right? I'm gonna erase this. One more time. Ma.
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 Maha.
Ma.
Maha.
No. Ma.
Ma. Maha.
No.
No, it's not the H.
It's connected. So don't say Maha.
Oh, it's Ma.
Right. Ma. Just copy after me. Ma.
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 Okay?
Ma. Slack.
Oh, you want to go ahead? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to point. And you go ahead.
Ma.
I know you're eating Salakia.
Oh,
You're
Salakia.
eating, right? Those are. Go ahead.
Ma.
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 So it's really just drawn out a little more.
Just to draw it out.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the whole idea. Because if you were to draw it out, how do you write down that you're drawing out your words in a text message?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Come.
You have no, and then you have no. No, right?
Yeah.
And you have look, and then you have look.
Right. Come.
What do we have here? Or here.
Right.
Right? Then you have ma, and you have ma,
Ma.
and then we have
Ma.
ma'a. Okay, good. Okay,
Come. So no bubble shot.
come. Let me take a picture of this right quick. Okay. A lot of brothers can't make the class. Where's that brothers are?
He said, you can paint the wall with chalkboard black paint and get chalk to go with it.
Good. No, ain't nothing
That's
reason,
true. That's true. I did it for a friend of mine. It's paint actually like that you can write on your wall.
And then just write on the wall and then rub it out when you're done.
Yeah, when you're done.
Ain't that an idea? Where's the tell me the text of Charlotte Point right quick and just say new ideas for new school or with it.
Come.
You know what I mean? Even have a section black, like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Right? Yeah, send the idea to a Charlotte Point, you know what I mean?
Come.
Okay, I'm gonna erase. I wanna keep the conversation going. What time we got there?
You have Slavic, so you have 8 minutes.
8 minutes, all right? So let's see what we can get with conversations in 8 minutes.
Slavic, sir, come in.
Yeah.
Well, how do you say minutes in Hebrew?
Don't know.
Come.
I don't know. We have a way to say hour,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then we have part of the hour. Minutes, I don't think I've ever seen. I don't know if Shalai, y'all have even seen minutes in the scripture.
No.
I know we have the word shy.
Oh,
Shy.
so
Yeah, go ahead.
where is in the scripture to say nobody don't know the time or the minutes or the hour or something like that?
But if that's the New Testament, it's gonna be hard to trace.
Oh, because it's from Greek.
Come. Okay. Let me just double check. Okay. Okay. So it says there's a H in there. Okay. With a H, right? So shy. Okay. Shy is the word for hour. Okay. Shy is the word for hour. Maybe I should put it at the bottom of the board, right? But we need to get these answers for these questions. I am from this place. Let's get the we still got this Satan answered the Most High. I am coming from this place.
Come.
Right?
Job 1:7.
Job 1:7, right?
Come.
If you could read the how he answered the Most High, how Satan answered the Most High with full authority and respect, gave full authority and respect unto the Most High, right? Thing that Christians won't even do, right? Christians act like God is their own boy down the street, and then they get killed in the supermarket buying pork. Horrible mistake. Made a horrible mistake in the Christian. We should not be Christians, man. You know what I mean? Christ is the administration of life, not death. If you die, this is, you know what I'm saying? Come on now.
He said, that's, Job 1:7. That's, I think, in 1 Corinthians.
Oh, this is, slops.
Okay. Daniel was in Babylon, right? So, okay, the word hour is only in the book of Daniel. So we don't exactly know if there's been any influence onto this word right here, but he spoke it. You know what I mean? We might need a little research into Babylonian language to see how this is ours, to make sure that we're not taking theirs, or to see how, if we influence their language. Because I know we had the what's that thing they call the Hammurabi Code. It's basically the laws of the Bible. You see what I'm saying? The Hammurabi Code stole from the Bible. What are Old Testament Israelites teaching? Old Testament Israelites are teaching that the Israelites copied Babylon. Dumb, so dumb. Right? Because Old Testament Israelites don't have the New Testament where Howard said, "We are the salt of the earth." So then they are missing pieces to the puzzle to figure out what goes where, who goes what. The Israelites is the root of everything.
Right.
All right. We got Job.
Come.
Go ahead.
Come. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hence cometh thou.
Mm-hmm.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth.
Okay.
And
From going, and you got Shawat. And Shawat says, from going to and fro, run to and fro, run to and fro. Shawat, a primitive root properly to push forth, but only figuratively, to lash. The sea with oars. Okay, go. Okay, so let's see. This Shawat is a new word to me here. So what I want to do is I want to go into this concordance code to see what Shawat is, or even taking away the tense from Shawat to just say shot. Let's see what that is. All right. Of course, we have to build our vocabulary in here. Okay. And shot says departure from right. Revolter, that turn aside. Okay. Shata, to deviate, decline, go aside, turn. Okay. So let's see. It says from 7550. What's that? That's from shatat. Active particle of an otherwise unused root, meaning properly to pierce, but only as a denominative form, or from 552. Okay, hold on. Shatam, to lurk. Shot, revolter, or sin. So it sounds like he's saying he's doing this in the earth. So shot doesn't necessarily mean run, but he's turning, he's going to and fro. He's like a revolter. He's turning around and around, all right? Okay, I don't think we're ready to absorb that word yet. All right, so we're gonna leave that word alone, all right? Okay. But in the question though, he answered ma. Right? Ma to say from. So shalayala. Ma ayanka.
Basically, from, okay,
Ma.
From where are you? From where are you? That's just it.
Okay, but I asked you where you're from.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Ma.
Which means
From.
it would be, so that
From where?
I'm from.
Yeah, where you from?
Okay. Ma, New York.
Okay, Ma, New York. Correct answer. You see what I'm saying? Ma, New York. You know what I mean? What about partisan? Ma Ayanka.
Ayanka.
And you say Ma?
Come.
Where you from?
Oh, Ma Yonkers.
Ma Yonkers. Just like that. Nice and simple. Something that we can remember. And then you can say to someone at Passover 2023, go with it. You know what I mean? My uncles. How's the hard? Someone asked me. Someone asked me about Bushan.
My uncle.
Say again.
My uncle.
The water. Ma Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Ma Brooklyn. So Ma Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And then brothers is Ma Yonkers.
How about if we have time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We have time. Go ahead.
Where you going?
Oh, that's what you guys and sisters out there? Where you going?
I'm like, make my rib or something. Where you going?
God.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Where are you going, right? So go. Right? God, go properly. Okay, you got go in two sentences. You got go like go, like leave. Right? You don't want that go. That's the one you hear in the corner store all the time with them Arabs. They say yalla. In Hebrew, go as in leave. Right? Go as in leave is yalak. Right? And yalak, is related to halak. I want to say this because it's good to know. Halak is
You leave.
Stop it. Halak. Huh?
So halak is it
It's similar to this. It's something that you do when you have to go.
Rush. Hurry up.
No. Hurry up and rush is yalak. Hurry up. Double time. Yalak. Good. That's double time right here.
Oh.
There you go. You know what I mean? Give it the camp. Come on, Akim. Yalak.
So, Sha'a, Za, Kwam, Yalak. Pick that up, double time.
God.
Okay.
God. Halak
Halak.
is walk.
Mm.
Okay? Halak is walk. Walk is halak. Okay? Okay. Now, where are you going, right? I'm not sure. We need instances in the scriptures to make sure, right? But what I see all the time is the word out is taza'ah. Right? Go ahead.
Just maybe we can stick to Job, right? 1:7, when he said, where have you been?
Where have you been?
He said,
But that's past tense, and they're gonna give you the intentional context of past tense.
okay.
You want the present tense. Where are you going? You know what I mean? You have taza'ah, and then you have what that scripture in Psalms we read every weekend on I say every weekend, right? But it's in the prayers. Blessed is my going in and going out.
Oh yeah.
That scripture says tazawa'ah. It says tazawa'ah ka, as a matter of fact. It says tazawa'ah ka, right? So I wrote the same thing again. Okay. So is it Psalms 83? It's Psalms 121.
Yeah, Psalms 121.
Right? Blessed is thy going in and going out. I'm quoting Deuteronomy 28, but you know what I'm talking about. Right? See if we can get that scripture so I can pull it up right quick.
Yes, sir.
Right? The prayer says, Tada wa'aka, waba wa'aka. Right? Tada wa'a, and then you got the ka to say your. Right? And tada wa'a is your going. Is your going. Now, should we utilize what we already say all the time. Yes, we should absolutely utilize what we already know and say and practice it, and then build upon that and fix grammar later on. I believe we should do that, right? Rather than because a lot of things in what we read, it's in a dialect that if I write, I did it before. Everything we asked today, we did it before. I put the ma'ayan taba'a, and nobody remembered it. All right, so we have to build our way up to the old path. All right, so tazawa is you're going. Now I would just put where on top of that. Let's put this where all the way down here, right? And we're gonna put ayan, right? Ayan, because ayan is where. All right, so we're gonna sprout the seed of, just sprout the seed of a little Hebrew, and then we can get to all the seeds that grab all the water down later in the end, right? So we start at the beginning, right? We got Tazawa Aka in the prayers, right? Where going you, right? And for us, your and you is the same thing. It's not like fancy English, your, all that, right? Just you, patois, it's Creole, all right? Where going you? Ayan Tazawa Aka. All right? Right? As a matter of fact, I want to make it even simpler. Right? For now, let's get rid of the tense. Let's just use the same out that we got right here. Taza'a ka. Where out you. That's how we're gonna say we're going you. Right? And the whole idea of taza'a does not mean go at all. Go is yalak. Right? But that's how you talk in English. You say like go, like go. Right? But going is the verb. All right? And the prayer that we know says tazawa. You're going out and you're coming in wabawa. But I would teach you tense though, right? Ba'a is come, right? Bawa'a. What's bawa'a? What's bawa'a? We got ba'a is come, right? What's come?
Oh, you say that again, sir.
Okay, what is ba'a?
Is it Ba'a is come?
Ba'a is come.
Come.
What is bawa'a?
Come in. Coming.
Coming. I don't want to say come and, because and is the preposition. I can't, knock you over the head too much for that. But that's good that it's good that you recognize that while I was and. You know what I mean? That's good. That's good. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. Good. We got taza'a. What's taza'a?
Taza is right. It's out.
It's out.
It's out.
Right? Now, in English, it's funny. You can't see outing. You see what I'm saying? You can in a certain context, but that's not the common way to say outing. But in Hebrew, we did read tazawa'a. And it was not to say outing, but it is the verb of this thing of out. Alright? So this was translated in the scripture as taza. I forgot to write the thing again. Tazawa'a. Right? Tazawa'a. Right? This was in the sense of going. Going out. Okay? Just like bawa'a. When you read when you read Baba in the same prayers, it's gonna say you're coming in the English. But the word in is not here. It doesn't say Bawa. It just says Bawa. Alright? So the whole Tazawah, which is the wa right here, wa, the verb, is gonna be like how we interpret ing. Why in the middle of a word is ing. Alright? I know our brain is tired now. Okay, so let's slow it down a little bit, right? Okay. Okay. Is there anything else we should go over before we go? I know our brain is tired. Any questions online?
Nah, sir.
Sure. Scroll up and down, look around a little bit.
Come on.
Anybody online with the last minute questions? So like your sisters, I would hope that the sisters would have asked some more things that they wanted in conversation. They didn't give us a lot to work with today. No problem we'll have next week. Where sisters can think about it in the week. Because sisters love their sisterhood. I'm finding that sisters in UPK love their sisterhood. So think of, for next week, and 2 weeks and 3 weeks and forever, think of phrases that you would like the sisters to have in common, that you would greet the sister and say this to her and she knows what this question means. And I don't care what it is. Right? We need some Hebrew to stick on us. We need more and more Hebrew to stick on us. All right? Brothers up.
So we have one question.
Yeah.
Mashma, Ayash, he said, it's he asked the question, La wa ma. What is that? That's a question mark at the end.
La wa ma, where do you get that from? Spell it.
L-A, W-A, M-A.
M-A. La wa ma? I don't know. Okay, look. Okay, does he want me to look in the concordance?
Well, I think he's asking a question on the board.
Okay. I don't know if he's trying to put the ma as a preposition at the end of the word. I'm not sure. He's saying to and, he's trying to say to and from. To and from.
Yeah,
but that's not how Satan answered it in the scriptures. Say to and from. He said shata, shat, or shatawam, or no, shawat, right? And shawat is to say turning and turning. I mean turning around here and turning around here. And the concordance said revolving because revolve is to turn around. Like you have everyone knows a Magnum revolver has a thing in it that turns the bullets. You have a revolving door, the door that spins. It spins. It's been going to and going fro in the earth. That is shatat. So this means spin around. I don't want you to learn that right now because it's not a common word. I want you to learn words that you're going to use more than once and read more than once in the scriptures over and over and over again. Than a word that you're only going to read in Job. And I don't believe there's nobody, any type of services around the country or out of the country right now who's in the book of Job. Right? So I don't want brothers to stick to that right yet. Okay? Okay? What's your rank? Ma? Yeah.
This is a common one that brothers might want to answer. Are you married?
Oh, good one. Let's get that before we leave. All right? Okay. Yeah, what is your rank? Do we know how to say rank in here? Okay, rank is Idar, okay? Idar. Right? To know how to answer that too, you're gonna need a little bit of numbers, which we don't have time for today. Right? So what is Ma? We don't say is in Hebrew. You could say be, but a lot of times that's not how things is written. To say my what be your rank for. You know what I mean? But Ma, Idar, what?
You.
Ka.
Right, you is Ka. 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 Ma, Idar, Ka. Okay? And then you'll say, my rank is? My rank is? Right? And my rank would be Idarka. And then you say what it is. Keep it short and simple. Idarka. My rank is, you could say my rank B. My rank B. B is higher. My rank B. Usually, if you read the scriptures, not everybody's saying B. Right? That's more like a Jew that thing today. I don't know if it's a Jew that thing back then too. It could be. I don't know. I have to check. But a lot of times people say my rank and then they'll say the rank. All right? Are you married? Are you married? Okay, in the scriptures now, a married woman is someone who knows a man. Right? Old English would say, oh yeah, betroth. Look up betroth right quick, right? Or someone was, I think it'll say like, have you known a man yet? That's like that old English poetic thing. And that old English came from brothers who was closer to the Hebrew than us. So I don't know if it was, do you know a man yet? Is there a scripture where they asked if you know a man yet? It might be that evil one in Judges, right? Are you married? I know we gotta run out of here now. Are you married? Of course, now we're gonna have the proper Israelite way to say this back in the day that we're not gonna remember how to say. So we're gonna have to do the shortcut one, unfortunately, right? So you can say the thing with your intention, the word, and you know what I mean? Just to say you married, all right? And then we're gonna build up from there. Okay? Okay? Which married is daughter-in-law. We got Genesis here. We got Laquak. Well, Laquak means to take. Are you taken? That's a good one too, right? Are you taken? Okay. We got one here that said, brother, you want to say something?
Oh, lies.
Okay. Or do you have a man? Right? Do you have a man? That's another way, right? Do you have a man? Okay. Do you have an owner? That's what it says here. We're reading right here. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. Right? And the word is Baal to say owner. The other one is Laquak to say taken. Are you taken? Okay. If they be married, if they be lifted, the wife, the word woman is, can come from that. Right. If a man be found lying with a woman married to her husband, owned by her husband, huh?
Are you taken? You said it already, right?
Right, taken. Taken is good. I want it to be. I think that that one with the owner is more. It's more. I think it's more like the one West thing to say. To say, are you owned already? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Are you owned? Because now the sister's walking around with t-shirts that says possession, property.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's go to the scripture where it says owned. If they be married, so we're going to the law. if a man be found lying with a woman, you may do Deuteronomy 22 and 22, right? Someone's reading in English, right? Oh my gosh, the ads. Why with the ads, man? Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22. And if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they both shall then they shall both of them die. Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shalt thou put away evil from Israel.
Okay. We got another one of those R words. Mataza'ah is worth a find. Mataza'ah. Alright, Mataza'ah is find. Right? If a man be found lying with a woman, right? It says by laugh, right? Married to her husband, married by married, right? Owned by an owner is what you're saying, right? Are you owned? Are you? I want to say, go ahead, Shalai.
I'm sorry, sir. If I can read 23.
Yeah.
22 and 23 says, if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and men find in the city and lie with her, well, I'm just looking at the part where it says a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband.
Okay, that's 23, right?
Come.
And betrothed says arash. Arash is a primitive root to engage for matrimony, meaning this is like what do you call this today? Fiance. You are what's the people say in America, man? Are you engaged?
Yeah.
So this is a woman who's courting.
Come.
Are you courting? Right? This is room money for courting.
Come.
All right? Are you courting?
Is somebody hitting that?
Oh, that's not UPK, but I know what you mean.
Right,
God, okay?
That's a lot.
Okay. Now, are you courting? Okay, that's good too, because she might not be married. She might be on the way to being married, right?
Uh-huh.
It would be Ma Arasha or Ma Arash. Keep it basic, right? Ma is of, right? Arash. Arash is court. Courting. I want to say courting because I don't want to look at this and be like, oh, it's court.
Right.
Courting meaning engaged, right? Engagers to military too, right? Right? Betrothed. Right? Courting, betrothed. Ma arash ka. Right? There you go. And then that car, we know that car right there is you. Right? Ma arash ka. You court of court you. Right? Of betrothed. Keep it nice and simple. Arash. I'm putting arash and especially without tenses because I want you to recognize that arash is the word for betrothed and court. Let me write the English in capital letters. Because we need to cut the feed. We need to get out of here before I get checked by somebody. Alright? Betrothed. Alright, betrothed, which is like I'm putting parentheses, courting. Okay, good. Right? Are you courting? And she'll say, "Kan out of one kan." Because Shalai Yala, he's a high ranking man, so you got to be, you know what I mean? All right? Ma arashka, are you courting? But I lafka, are you married? Right? Or should I say of? Okay. We saw the ship like that. I need this and this to be in the same form. Right? I think we might get trick people with the thought, right? Baal means owner, right? Because that was the Israelite way of saying it in our full 100 speaking with the language, right? We need to get it broken down, right? Ma, Baal, Ka, right? Put it all in the same form so we don't get confused, right? Okay? And with that, I pass the class to prison officer of 500, Pratizar. Oh, also 50, Pratizar, Slakin. Yeah, yeah, they do mad work. All right?
Clap it up for the class.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, men of Israel, you don't get one courtesy to do. Men of Israel, Amajim, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak,
How about Shibashah
Yah Matah, class dismissed.
Ragatham?